Hey, what's up guys, Tactiholics here, and this video, this video is gonna be late. It is Tuesday, December 31st at 12:22 in the afternoon Central Time. So this video is not going to be airing on New Year's Eve or probably even New Year's Day by the time we get done with everything, but we're sitting down real quick to talk about 2019, do a year-end recap. We like doing this stuff. Obviously, our ability to be consistently active on social media, particularly on the YouTube side of things, has diminished a little bit because of our commercial obligations, but that does not mean that we're not interested in the firearms community anymore. In fact, that's all we do on the commercial side of the house. And we have plans coming up in 2020 for more YouTube-based content. But for now, let's go ahead and break down 2019, we'll do kind of a month-by-month basis, and then we'll talk about some future plans for 2020. Here we go. Starting with 2019 SHOT Show. SHOT Show is always a pretty interesting time. It's a good time to see everybody that we like in the industry and meet new contacts and new friends. And you know, beyond that, it's a pretty stressful week for myself, at least. I can't speak for everybody else, but SHOT Show always kind of has its own roller coaster ride throughout the week of just emotional fatigue and draining, but still exciting to, again, make those new contacts and see old friends and all that good stuff. So SHOT Show was really cool. Almost immediately following that, I found myself in Phoenix, Arizona for the Southwest Nationals. The best part about that, it was warm down in Phoenix. So I went from SHOT Show, which was 70 degrees when I flew out of Las Vegas, landed back in Wisconsin, it was 18 below. And then we got temperatures pushing, with the wind chill, pushing 55 or 60 below between SHOT Show and Phoenix. And then I went to Phoenix where it was like 65 above. So in about 2 weeks, I underwent, you know, like 100-ish degree temperature fluctuation, which was really crazy. I was running around in Phoenix in shorts, not shorts, but in a t-shirt and jeans, and the locals there didn't want to go outside. It was kind of amusing, but it felt really warm to my body, so that was awesome. And my buddy Justin brought me a Bang out there, which was awesome. At the time, I was drinking a lot of Bang energy drinks, which, believe it or not, I don't drink energy drinks hardly at all. Actually, no energy drinks anymore, hardly any caffeine, unless it's mixed with a bit of a holiday Jack and Coke type of a thing. But at the time I was drinking Bang, and Justin was cool enough to run one out to the range and did a little short video on that. It was a bunch of fun. So that was cool. Moving on to March, ran out to Idaho and Washington and was doing some stuff there that was a kind of a black box commercial project that I can't talk about, can't really publicize much from that trip. But that was a great time and awesome to work with the people I was working with. And it was just a really fun project because we got to go into the mountains of both Idaho and Washington. It was kind of interesting. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the show Letterkenny. If you're not, watch Letterkenny, because the people in Yakima, Washington that we had to interact with reminded me of Letterkenny. And it was just, I mean, I looked at my client and I'm like, is this for real? Like, am I being set up here? Because it was like walking into a stage from the show Letterkenny. So which is kind of amusing. Getting us up to April, we love going down to Veldina Ranch and the ELR shooters and just the hospitality of our friends in Texas and our friends in the ELR community that travel down to Texas for that match. That's always a really important one for me to get out to. I love it down there. So thanks for everything, guys. I hope to see you again real soon. In May, I got to shoot a couple television commercials that are airing on a couple different sources right now. And that was a lot of fun because we got to work with just tremendous crew, the models, the talent, the client company, the other camera guys that I actually hired out the camera work. I did the directing and producing and writing and all the editing and things like that. But I actually hired out a couple of guys who will remain nameless. But love those guys, man. If you guys see this video, can't wait to do it again in the future. So that was a really, really good time. I mean, riding in helicopters, you know, dressing up, vegging up like snipers, and just doing all different types of cool stuff, hunting stuff. Really good time. So that's all I can say about May. That brings us to June. So June was Denver and Raton, New Mexico for King of 2 Mile. So I went down to cover the King of 2 Mile ELR competition. That's always a really good time. Again, we love the ELR crowd. Raton, New Mexico is kind of an interesting place for me because there's really nothing there. It's high altitude, relatively speaking. It's hot and it's just desolate, but they have really good food. After King of 2 Mile, I had another black box project come up about 5 or 6 days later. So rather than flying home for a couple of days that weren't going to be that usable to process pictures and things like that, I just stayed downtown Denver for, you know, 5-6 days. Got a chance to get out and drive up Pikes Peak, which was cool to me, being a race car guy and loving motorsports. You know, getting to drive up such a famous and iconic road to 14,115 feet or whatever it is. It was really, really cool experience, and just the view from up there was unreal. So that was really cool. And then I got to head straight west through the Rockies to Branded Rock Canyon, where I spent the next several days working on, again, a project that doesn't exist as far as I'm concerned, as Tactiholics is concerned, but that was another just beautiful beautiful place to hang out with awesome people. So we're on to August. August, I did a shoot with TACCOM HQ. That was one of the most fun shoots ever. So it was a number of guys representing a military scenario. They had a really awesome storyboard written up for it, and just the participants were phenomenal. A good handful of them were prior service members in Ranger Battalion with different responsibilities. And it was just an outstanding chance to meet some of the best people you'll ever meet, and the sense of brotherhood and camaraderie and teamwork that, you know, I felt on that shoot. They were all looking out for me in a very, very cool way. You know, making sure, hey, Steve, you got water, you need to take a break, you need whatever. And dude, I'm good, let's just do it. You know, like I was having so much fun, nothing else mattered. And a lot of that fun was being had because not only is TACCOM as a company such, built of such good people, but the people that they brought out for that shoot was just phenomenal. It was a great experience. Immediately after the TACCOM shoot, I drove down to almost Kentucky, so very southern Indiana, for the Camp Atterbury ELR shoot, NRA ELR world record shoot. That was a blast because a very good friend of mine, Randy Wise, set a new world record 3 for 3 at Cold Bore, 2185, 2118, I should remember. That was a long time ago. But yeah, it was great to see, again, just the camaraderie and the fellowship in the ELR community is typically very good. And obviously to see a very good friend of mine break a world record, you know, and nobody deserves it more than Randy. I mean, that guy just genuinely good man. And that was a lot of fun. September was unreal. I was away from home for almost 4 straight weeks. It was like 3.5 weeks, I believe I was gone from home, working on a variety of projects, a couple more television commercials. Check them out. Just kidding, I can't really show those things. If you find them, you'll know where they came from, but I can't say anything about them. So hopefully you enjoyed that. Probably the coolest video I've done commercially that I can discuss. Actually, flat out, just the coolest video I've done in 2019 was the Veterans Day support project with Night Force Optics, and just expressing their gratitude for, you know, they want to protect those who protect us, and that symbiotic relationship between the military supporting and protecting American citizens and people in companies like Night Force, as well as the rest of us, and then those people in turn creating equipment that supports the military's efforts, and what that means to them. October, we can pretty much chalk up to a total loss, and November, because I shot an enormous project in October and produced a lot of it in November. So those months are gone like yesterday. December was cool because early December I got to go back out to Idaho. I love it out there, but I also got to take a certain someone with me and kind of show her the lay of the land, and she fell in love with Idaho. I fell more in love with Idaho. It's just to be able to see somebody else experience what I get to experience consistently, and that really kind of drove home the year for me, was getting to watch Jara take it in and see her eyes brighten up and like, oh my gosh, this is your office, this is your life, to go to places like this. And it really reminded me to always be grateful for what I have and be very appreciative of the fact that this is my job, this is my life. And so that was a very, very meaningful trip, and it's always good to see good friends out there and drive out to the middle of nowhere, do some gunslinging, eat some good food, and just take things in, man. You know, we hiked out some hot springs and did a photo shoot and whatever out there for fun, and it was a great way to end the year as far as, you know, long distance traveling is concerned. So bringing us to 2020, we are very excited to be the National Precision Rifle Series media team by way of video. So we have a contract with Precision Rifle Series that we're ecstatic to execute with them. We're going to be hitting all their high profile qualifying matches, as well as the PRS finale and a couple other projects with them in 2020, which literally takes us Texas, I believe, up to like Washington, Oregon, California, West Virginia. I mean, everywhere in the country. It's something like 10 or 11 events that we'll be doing with the Precision Rifle Series. Great people, Shannon and Julie Kay, directors of PRS organization, phenomenal people. And just, again, man, I mean, shooting sports are where it's at. People are just humble, they're kind, and they're very welcoming. It's a great group of people. So PRS is going to be outstanding. We'll be hitting some ELR matches again. That's pretty much mandatory. Springfield Hellcat. Springfield Armory sent us a Hellcat for review. We've done a little bit of work with it. I'm fixing to do a lot more work with it before I have to kind of hit the road again. What I could say about it right now is it's an awesome gun, and look for that content right here on YouTube. We're doing some hunting stuff. We brought on a new guy, Nate, very, very avid outdoor guy, very avid hunter, both archery and rifle. And we're going to be doing some hunting content with him, as well as some other things that, again, we can't discuss in the hunting genre of the tactical or outdoor community. Last on the list, baseball hats. We have Tactiholics baseball hats out. We've done a giveaway with a couple of them so far. We're going to give some more away. We have a lot more coming that will make available for purchase later on, but we're getting the merchandise, like We Never Quit Dope Fiend 2 shirts and baseball hats up and running. So more merchandise is coming towards you guys to help support our efforts and help rep our brand and hopefully what you think is a cool style or cool design. So more of that to come in 2020, and then whatever SHOT Show brings. It's not even SHOT Show yet. My year's getting booked up. It's exciting. It's kind of the deer in headlights, man. Like, here we go. I'm like a coiled, like a spring, just getting wound up and ready to snap out into the year and hit it again, see how far we can go. There's a work text. But from the bottom of our hearts, guys, I just want to thank you for everyone that has helped Tactiholics get to this point, for everyone that supported our efforts, whether that's just verbally, emotionally, as being friends, followers on the internet, and our friends in the YouTube and social media community. That means so much to us. Anybody that we meet along the way, it's just awesome to meet new people and to grow our Tactiholics family, if you will. So thank you all for your support, and we look forward to bringing you more content and seeing you out on the road in 2020 and years to come. So God bless you all. Have a safe, happy new year. I suppose by the time you see this video, you will have already hopefully had a safe and happy new year. So we'll see you soon, and we never quit.